What's going on, you little this isn't a Halo video, so I can't call y'all oddballs. What the fuck should I don't I don't know. That's the struggle of making videos that aren't on Halo is I don't know what to call y'all because oddballs kind of catchy, kind of works for me. But today we're on Gears, and we aren't gonna do a typical gameplay video today at least. I'm kind of gonna do just like kind of a sit down and talk video about some things that I really like about Gears of War Reloaded, and some things that I don't like, and some things that I hope get fixed in the future of this game. Because it does seem like the coalition is actually kind of listening to some feedback on the game, and I will say there are definitely some problems with this game, and I've said it multiple times before. But this game does still feel like you're playing a game that was made in 2006 sometimes, and I do love that. Do not get me wrong, but sometimes it gets really fucking irritating whenever I'm trying to actually, pop off and do things. Main thing being that I cannot stand in this game is when my sniper shots just don't exist. I guess they're figments of my imagination. I fire the long shot, I watch the bullet trail go through his head, and I get nothing or a hit marker on the chest, basically. And I'm like, what happened? Hey, why did I get a hit marker there? Or where did my shot even go? It's a common issue in this game. Also, just a lot of really weird inconsistencies of damage. It feels a lot like it's really based on like what server you're in at times. Like if I'm not at the lowest amount of ping that I can absolutely fucking get, which I can't even see half the time, which I don't even think there is a thing to display ping. I know there's an FPS counter, which I do have, which also reset my fucking FPS to fucking that. That's fun. FPS display on. There's not a thing for network. I also have to go through and redo a bunch of my settings now because I had to. I don't know what happened. I was playing MCC this morning, playing a little Halo 2 FFA, having a good old time. Hitting me some double melees, having a good old gander over at Halo 2. Won a game, and I just felt pretty good. It was a first 100 on midship, and I was kind of rolling that lobby a little bit. I won by like 12 kills, and I was feeling good about myself. But there's one thing I don't like about this game. I don't have like a thing to show my ping, so I can't see like why I'm not getting damage sometimes, especially with the Gnasher. Holy shit, it feels so inconsistent. It feels better since the last patch they put out, but that thing still feels so inconsistent at times. It's not even funny. Like, I'm gonna be real with you. I don't even blind fire half the time unless I'm directly in the asshole of whoever I'm shooting in front of me, because I swear to God, the pellets just go wherever. It's the same with the sniper. It just feels like the bullet is like, yeah, I'm gonna go this way now. Fuck it, bye. Like, I could be looking at a dead center on my screen and the bullet will go left, and I'm like, what? Why are we there? Whoa, that's not where we were looking. So yeah, just a lot of really weird things like that. Of course, the boom shot feels kind of weird in this game, but it did in Gears 1 anyway. It didn't feel like you had to like hit them directly to get full damage. It didn't have like a good splash damage effect, and it still has that in this game. You like fire somebody's foot sometimes, and I say sometimes you will down them. Most of the time, you'll down them. But also, there's the other half of the time where you fire it and it hits near them and just does nothing. And it's like, okay, oh, what? I fired an explosive grenade rocket thing at you. Where did it go? Why did it do nothing? And I still don't have answers for that. I've done a lot of testing as well for this, like seeing like, okay, is it like in this situation? No, it's just, it feels randomized. It feels like I'm rolling a d20, okay? And if I get above a 10, I'm going to get full damage. If I get below a 10 at any capacity, I just get nothing, and it's weird. And the damage scales higher after 10. So if you get 10, you get 25% damage. If you go higher, you get more, and then sometimes you'll give them, which is kind of cool, I guess. But yeah, this game definitely feels a little weird in those categories. It's just, I don't know, it's really inconsistent and weird. Now, other than that, there are a lot of things that I really like about this game, and honestly, the damage thing is just like my main issue, at least multiplayer, when it comes to it as a whole. Like, I swear to God, sometimes I don't know what's happening in this fucking game when I play it. I'm like, what? How did I die there? I should have got a kill. Like, there are times where I will be on somebody with a Gnasher. My reticle, when I ADS, will turn red, and I will fire, and I get nothing. And then they just one-shot down me, which is also another annoyance, is one-shot downs. I don't know why that's a thing. It shouldn't be. Either just give me, like, fucking kill me, or, I don't know, do something. Like, I'd rather just him to get, like, half damage or something. I don't fucking know. Just either blow me to bits or, don't do shit. I don't know how else to really fix that or phrase it, but one-shot downs are the biggest annoyance in this game ever, because you'll be, like, mid-fight, and you'll be like, okay, we're at the same range. You get no damage. They get a full down on you. Sometimes it trades. Sometimes. there's also times where you both fire the shotgun at the same time at like really, really close range, and only one of you get the kill, which kind of throws me off a little bit. Especially when like I can clearly see that I'm, in your throat with a shotgun. But hey, that's just me sometimes. Maybe that's a me issue. I don't know. Maybe I just need to get better. No idea. But there are a lot of things that I really like about this game as a whole. The progression system is pretty fun. While I do wish there was a little bit more of a progression system, because I'm gonna be honest with you, some days it gets really draining playing this game. I'm just going for level after level after level and not getting shit for it. I'll get like a reward every 6 to 7 levels, and I think I just hit the last unlock, which is Ben Carmine, which is level 80, which I did hit that. And I'm gonna be honest, people think it's really hard to like kind of grasp me in. It's like I don't really have much to go for other than re-ups, but I don't get anything for re-ups either. There's not like a re-up 1 award to 3. There's nothing for that, so you don't really get anything from it, which kind of sucks. I'm not gonna lie. While I do know this game is kind of a port of a remaster already, I feel like there could have definitely been some emphasis on expanding what was there with UE, which was good at the time. It definitely expanded off of Gears 1, but I don't know. It's just I feel like I'm doing the same thing again, I guess is the best way to explain it. Like I'm just doing what I did in UE, but with PlayStation players, which I'm no hate towards PlayStation players, but some of y'all gotta step it up. No hate. I know that some of y'all, this is your first time playing Gears, and some of y'all actually pretty fucking good. Y'all have learned pretty quickly. But some of y'all, I don't know what the fuck we be doing, but it is not playing the same game. You were playing Destiny 2, I guess. I don't know. I genuinely, I get baffled by some of the things that I see. And it's not just PlayStation players, it's Xbox players too. Some of y'all be doing shit that I'm like, wait, what? Like, why are we doing that? It's one of those things, But there's definitely more PlayStation players that do. But I give them the benefit of the doubt because they've been here. You Xbox players, I don't give you the benefit of the doubt. Because most of y'all that are coming to play Gears are probably in like your 30s, and you should know by now. You should know right from wrong, and some of y'all are doing a lot of wrongs. But besides that, the game does feel really good. Like when the game is feeling good, it feels really, really good. Like that's really all I gotta say in that regards. When the game is actually feeling fucking on point, it feels on point, and it feels like what I would expect a modern day Gears of War title to feel like. The movement feels really good. I will say, since the last update, for whatever reason, like cover feels a lot more sticky. Like I've had times where I'm literally stuck on a wall and I cannot get off of it, and I die because of it. And I'm like, how many keys do I gotta press to get the fuck off this wall? Like, what must I do, game? And it doesn't help. It makes it kind of a pain in the ass a lot of the times. But other than that, like, I genuinely do like this game a lot. But also, I do want to take a second here to talk about Gears multiplayer as a whole. Now, I'm a Gears fan. I'm a Gears lover. I've been around since day 1 of Gears of War 1. Like, I've played them all. I love them all for different reasons, and some of them I hate for different reasons. I've made that known in any Gears content that I've made. I am a tried and true Gears of War. I don't know how else to explain that, but I do want to talk about multiplayer because to me it is a really interesting part of Gears of War because I love it. But this game is not friendly to new players at all. Like, if you were a new player, I can see why a lot of people would quit this game very, very early on. It has a crazy skill gap, it has a lot to learn, and it doesn't help that, like, half of the player base has been playing since day 1 or shortly after. It's kind of insane. A lot of people have been here for a long time and they know how Gears works, and it makes it not really approachable for a lot of new players unless they're, like, super determined. And if you are, that's good. But there's a lot of people who don't want to waste their time learning it. And if I'm going to be completely honest, it's one thing that does need to be reworked in Gears of War. And while I hop in here, I'm going to look a little bit at the most, kind of just like explain that a little bit further, which is like, there's no real casual modes in Gears of War except Team Deathmatch, which I feel like is the most bare bones casual mode that you could have in Gears, or really any shooter. Call of Duty, Battlefield, Halo, Counter-Strike, like literally every game has a blank deathmatch type mode, and it's the most casual mode, and that's kind of understood as it's like the casual friendly mode, but there does need to be a bit more variety. Like, one thing I would like to see a lot in this game is rotating modes. I think would be really cool. Like some like LTM limited time modes I think would be super dope. Have some like weird wacky sandbox modes and shit like that. I think that would be pretty fun. but I don't see that being a thing that they add, which is really unfortunate, and I think will really turn a lot of people away from the future of Gears of War titles. I hope it's something they work on with EDA a lot more, is reworking the multiplayer to not only be like what we all expect from Gears multiplayer, but also, you know, have modes for people who are new and casual to the game that aren't strictly competitive, because I've ran into multiple people who just play casually who are kind of just tired of consistently getting fucking swept every single game they play. And like, not gonna lie, it's fun whenever I get a lobby and there's a bunch of casual players. So I know I can just fucking roll them and have fun. But I know that's not fun for the receiving end, especially when it's like kind of constant, especially with team composition in this game, which is pretty dog shit most of the time. Um, it's really unfortunate. The game is very snowbally, I guess is how I would say it. There's really, once you start rolling a map, there is no chance for the other team to like really ever come back on it. And it's just kind of how it is. And I don't think that's good for accepting new players to a degree. And like I said, I love it, but I do understand the the implications that this could have on other players who were new to the series. While I do think a lot of people play Gears for its story and how really good the fucking story is. Honestly, this game is so good when it comes to its campaign. Of course, I've been playing it for 20 years, so there's definitely some nostalgia tied to there. But the Gears 1 campaign is genuinely really, really fun. And I do see there's going to be a lot of people who do pick it up for the campaign, play through it, have a lot of fun, go try out multiplayer, end up hating it, and then never touching it again, which is really unfortunate because Gears multiplayer has so much potential. But I feel like this is both Epic and Coalition have never really found a way to accommodate both sides of the players, which is a really, really big issue. Unlike, for example, my main thing is I make Halo content, and there's something for everybody there. If you're a competitive player, you've got ranked, and then there's people even in custom games who host competitive matches, who people who want to get good at the game and try to up their skill level in that game. There's ways for you to do so. But there's also super, super casual things in Halo. There's BTB, there's the Action Sack playlist, there's stuff like that. There's custom games that are built for just single player enjoyment on top of the campaign. There's things like that that exist in Halo that I do kind of wish existed in Gears in a different form, of course. Things that, you know, kind of tie everybody together and have this, you know, game series that we love for different reasons, but we all just thoroughly enjoy it. It's I personally think it's a really big issue with Gears, and it's something I do hope they take into effect with the next game, especially with E-Day coming out. Who knows? You know, it might have multiplayer, it may not. We don't know yet. We haven't seen any multiplayer gameplay. And I do hope it does because I do love Gears multiplayer. I love going for shit in Gears of War. It's one of my favorite things to do. But yeah, it's one thing that does make this game kind of hard, is there's just not really a lot to do. I mean, I love the core gameplay, and definitely for the first week, I was, you know, on it every day, 5-6 hours plus. But I don't know. I to a degree feel like I'm just playing what I've already experienced, especially with the beta, because I put a lot of time into both of those. And it's really unfortunate to a degree. And I love the game. I'm going to continue playing it. I'm going to try to hit the max rank that I can, and go for clips and shit and just have fun with it. I'm not interested in like a competitive side of this game really, mostly because it's just Gears 1, and I've seen enough of it, brother. Like, that's it. Do I think this is a good opening for PlayStation players? Yes and no. Do I think if you're a PlayStation player and you haven't experienced it, I think you should. I think you should definitely play it for the campaign. I think the Gears 1 campaign is just super fucking solid. It's held up all these years. Well, it's simplistic compared to the rest of the Gears series, with a lot more stuff within envined in the story. Um, that's not a word, envined. I don't know what I was going for there. I was thinking of another word, but it didn't come out right. Entwined. That's the word I was looking for. There's a lot more in those other stories compared to Gears 1, but Gears 1 is a great opener for those stories. And I definitely think you should pick it up and play it. I do hope that this game also does well, so the Coalition will get kind of the emphasis in the backing of, hey, let's fucking do 2 and 3, because I do feel like the multiplayer in those games is significantly better than Gears 1, and I kind of wish they would have just built off of what was happening in UE, because there's so much they could have just built upon that it felt like they didn't, and it's one of my biggest gripes with the game, is I sit here and I play it and I'm like, I love it, just because I love Gears, but I'm not getting to experience anything new. There's no new maps in here. There's nothing really crazy. Like, I just wish there was more content with this game as a whole. I wish there was the medal system from Gears 3. I wish there was, you know, more to like the ranking system of like unlocking certain things, like maybe weapon skins, having stuff for re-ups. and things like that. I wish there was better maps in the game because I swear to God, if I gotta play Bullet Marsh again, I'm probably gonna put a bullet through my fucking head. And just things like that. There's a lot that could be said about this game that I do love, and I truly do love this fucking game. But I also care about the people who are experiencing the game, and I know the taste that will be left in some people's mouths because I've heard it for years. That a big reason people don't like Gears of War is because of they like the campaigns, but they don't like the multiplayer because they can't really learn it themselves. It's weird because Gears takes a lot of time to learn, and a lot of people don't want to put that time into it. They were like, well, I want to have a casual experience, and like I want to get good at the game, but I don't have a way to experience casual Gears of War because it's always fucking as fast as can be. You better be on your fucking feet going. You better learn how to bounce off of a wall or two, or you're just gonna get shit on again and again and again. And yeah, that's really all I had to say today. I know there's no gameplay, but I really did want to talk about these things because I keep thinking about it when I'm playing. And I've wanted to get this video out for a minute. I was supposed to yesterday, but wasn't ended up being that didn't end up being the case. I was kind of busy yesterday. But yeah, we're back on the content grind. I have a really big video that I'm working on this week that you all will see here soon. I will say it involves Halo Reach, your all's favorite Halo, and my least favorite Halo. So hey, look at that. But the video is gonna be really in depth. It's gonna be kind of emotional. I don't know necessarily. I haven't done the first recording yet. I guess how I could explain it. But yeah, y'all see that later this week. I will be live tonight as well, so the Twitch link will always be down below, as always. And other than that, I love you all, and I will catch you later.